to Spiritual Dessert Trews, episode 66. Most of it is on a train and you can't hear what I'm saying. But now that I'm back and I'm reading books, they're all signed. and I miss you terribly, Russell Brand. Yeah, you have to have a lot of energy because Russell has like a very long gait and very fast talking, and he has lots of energy, and he has 20-hour days. And I just have some pictures to share, maybe. From my gosh, everything from Sirius Radio and the Ron and Fez Show in the morning to Occupy Wall Street, and by the end, I was watching excerpts from the book at the Strand bookstore, and the film is shaking because I'm probably laughing and breathing. Welcome to Spiritual Dessert Trews, episode 66. Russell Brand and other people. I want to get
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, now arriving at Central Park. Please watch us go.
I'm very close. Yeah, I can't fight this feeling anymore. Wobbly knees, butterflies in my tummy. Nice. But I'm too happy to talk, so that's the end of my Spiritual Dessert Trews episode. It's just hugs, bubbles, laughter. I'm gliding above the floor, and there's some crazy fan behind me. Something might flush. Coming in from XM Radio, meeting a nun, meeting me, then Zuccotti Park, oh my gosh, and then my revolution sign, and running around with my sign, meeting new friends, and some strange friends. We had a mic check, which was really cool. The entire crowd spoke, and then Russell appeared, and paparazzi flooded the area. And then he gave a really nice speech, which I guess he's about to give soon.
Well, the thing is... Bring the mic, you think you The thing is, I think I'll shout this last bit, right? I'm really fucking grateful to be here. I'm really excited to be here. There's loads of people in the Occupy movement, like my mate Dave, my other mate Dave. I know you're a leaderless collective, and we're all part of it, that have taught me a great deal. I'm really, really grateful, and I'm really excited. I'm in a weird position because I've written a book, and the book costs money, but I'm dedicated to and devoted to change. And I've already agreed, decided and established the pattern how the profits of this book are going to be spent creating social enterprises that are not for profit, that represent people, and in my own small, humble way, represent a demonstrable alternative to some of the systems that we currently labour under. As a person that has been famous, tasted fame, been on the inside of it, I have a very different perspective to how I was when I was a kid, when I grew up in a normal town and thought that fame and money were solutions for me. I've tasted that stuff now. I know it's not the answer. I'm very grateful to be here, to be part of this, for us all to be in this thing together. Dave, my mate here. And it's time to go to Wall Street. Oh, we're going to Wall Street right now as a collective. That is what has been collectively decided. So we'll stroll along to Wall Street, we'll talk more, and we'll peacefully get into mischief. Let's wander in that direction.
And here's Russell, and some different clips and some pieces.
Thank you.
And we were occupying Wall Street. Actually, we were in Zuccotti Park first, and then we walked over to Wall Street and did our thing. And Russell climbed up to the top and started to give a really nice speech. There were people everywhere, huge mobs, and just a big blur of walking everywhere. I was by his side, felt like a miniature bodyguard. And then Daily Mail took these really nice pictures, actually. and we continue to walk our Occupy Wall Street down the street. And then Russell had to leave to head to the Strand for his book signing for the opening of Revolution. And I carried my Revolution sign around, bringing the revolution all throughout. Here we are at the Strand, and Russell's starting to give a beautiful little speech and starting to read from Revolution. And there are some clips that are coming up.
Economic disparity, ecological meltdown, crime, alienation, atomization, war, starvation are the result of us having no communal myth. A story that unites us, defines us in relationship to ourselves, other people, and nature. Campbell says the myths that we do have are antiquated and irrelevant desert myths. Christianity, Islam, Judaism, the dominant faiths in our cultures were devised to guide people living in very different circumstances to our own. Put simply, deserts. How do the teachings of Christ or Abraham or Muhammad help us in the modern post-industrial secular world? Not to say these stories are totally obsolete, there's some terrific advice in all of them. Primarily though, they've become tools for oppression, segregation and conflict. The aspects of these ideologies that testify against oppression, segregation and conflict, which would seem to be the most vital bits, are consistently ignored. Stripped of these myths altogether though, what do we become? Where do we go? Without codes that emphasise our unity in the presence of sacred consciousness, it seems that we've become dominated by materialism and individualism. Campbell said all religions are true in that the metaphor is true. I think this means that religions are meant to be literary maps, not literal doctrines. A signpost to the unknowable, a hymn to the inconceivable. Oh, that's quite nice, isn't it? A bit heavy, but we're talking about Islam, and shit. Okay, yeah, I think that's all right, mate. I'll give you a taster, but I might go for something a bit lighter. The problem is, with trying to create a new mythology, is it's heavy.
And here are some selfies at the end, which he promised would be good somehow, and they're probably the best selfies I've ever seen of me. Thank you. Kiss, kiss.